The red carpet was looking pristine, ready for all of Oppenheimer's glory. Then in comes Barbie, crashing in on her pink convertible, prancing on up to Oppenheimer, and smacking him in the face with her purse, saying, "This is Barbie world."
It's Barbie, bitch, if you still in doubt.
These movies are as different as it gets, a complete dichotomy. One is a look into the development of the first atomic bomb, and the other, well, it's about Barbie. I'm not really sure what she does. I'm not deep into that lore, believe it or not. But it's bright and happy and vibrant and all that good stuff. Both these movies came out on the exact same day, and it created quite a stir on the internet. Classic split screens have been made that would make Two-Face proud. Barbie driving away from a nuclear bomb like she just told Becky what she actually thinks about her. And look at this movie poster. Why is this so well done? Honestly, I would go to see that. Some people even mashed up the trailers. Like, check this out.
We're in a race against it.
Oh.
Barbie! If this doll have a bomb, I know what it means. Fear it.
What's going on?
I'm actually not sure. This is a matter of life and death. The world will remember this day. This is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world.
That one was by Silver Screen Edits. Really creative, really well done. So I'll link some others in the description. And the comments have been hilarious. I like the part when Oppenheimer said, "It's Barbie time," and Barbied all over the place. Ew. As Oppenheimer once said, "Now I am become a Barbie girl in a Barbie world." That's really funny, actually. I might put that on my thumbnail. That's a reference to a speech that Oppenheimer gave years later. I actually made that one. I crossed it over with WATCHMEN, which worked surprisingly well. I'll put a link in the description. Can't wait to watch a psychological thriller about the slow descent into madness, and then watch Oppenheimer afterwards. That was one where they did 2 trailers and switched up the tone for each of them, which was great too. Oppenheimer for giggles, Barbie for philosophy. What is the real world?
What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world. You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel.
You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
All of this is a lot deeper than it seems. I went to the dark corners of the web and uncovered a lot of secrets that they don't want you to know. And by that I mean I watched the YouTube video.
Let's look at how we even got Barbenheimer in the first place. What on earth possessed the studios to put such completely different films up against each other? Well, turns out it may have been deliberate. See, Christopher Nolan was partnered with Warner Brothers for much of his career, but he parted ways with them before making Oppenheimer because of their pivot towards streaming around the time he was releasing Tenet. So Nolan shopped around and eventually partnered with Universal. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Nolan asked for the world and they gave it to him. A production budget of $100 million and an equal marketing budget. A theatrical window of at least 100 days and 20% of the film's first dollar gross. You can count on one hand the number of people who have enough influence in Hollywood to get such a lucrative contract from a studio. But one of those people is Margot Robbie, who besides Tom Cruise is arguably the most influential actor/producer working in Hollywood today. Robbie founded her own production company, Lucky Chap Entertainment, in 2014 alongside her now husband Tom Ackerley. And if this sounds familiar, it's because Nolan's production company, Syncopy Inc., was also co-founded between him and his wife, Emma Thomas, who has produced all of his films. But although Lucky Chap is producing the Barbie movie, that movie is also being financed and distributed by, you guessed it, Warner Brothers. And even though they seem to be making amends now, rumour has it that Warner Brothers deliberately scheduled Barbie to release at the same time as Oppenheimer as a bit of a screw you to Nolan for ditching the studio.
Ooh, it's getting juicy. Tenet was an ambitious film. It still made money, but it seems like they split ways after that. It was an amicable split, at least it seems that way, but hell hath no fury, like a Barbie scorned. I'm an MMA fan, and there's a lot of news that's been dropping outside of the UFC from other promotions.
What's up, everybody? I'm UFC President Dana White.
And every time that happens, like clockwork, Dana White comes out and drops some news about the UFC that dominates the headlines. That being said, the crossover between UFC and MMA fans would be a lot bigger than people that would want to go see Oppenheimer or want to go see Barbie. Barbie did model a teaser off of 2001 Space Odyssey, and you would think fans of that movie would want to go see Oppenheimer, so maybe they are trying to push their viewers Or maybe they just thought it would be a good idea. It kind of worked for me, honestly. When I heard about the Barbie movie, I was like, there's no way you could convince me to go to that. Thank God I'm single. After I saw that, I was like, I kind of wish I had a girlfriend so I had an excuse to see it. What is going on over there? A great thing about going to the movies is that you can do it with pretty much anybody, depending on the movie. Go with your kid or your grandparents. You know that there's a couple out there right now that are having a serious fight about which movie they're gonna go to. To that couple, I say stay strong. Whoever wins this wears the pants or skirt in the relationship. The dude's gonna lose, for sure. But who knows, maybe this could all be just a big coincidence. During the build up to these movies, all the cast and crew have been really boring, nice about it.
I mean, I'll be going to see Barbie 100%. I can't wait to see it. I think it's just great for the industry and for audiences that we have two amazing films by amazing filmmakers coming out on the same day. And
I think they should go full on WWE heel and just start talking crap about each other. I think that would make that a lot more fun. Keep it super PG. Say the Oppenheimer fans are just a bunch of neckbeard losers and all the Barbie fans are a bunch of superficial airheads. But no, they're playing it safe, keeping it professional. They always go, just see both. They go double feature route. Go to both, see both. Why not both? I'll tell you why not both. Because Oppenheimer is 3 hours long.
Oppenheimer. Yeah. 3 hours. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. It's fantastic.
How long is it?
It's 3 hours.
Look, if I want a palate cleanser, I'll just go home and watch a sitcom or something. Get an episode of Parks and Rec. I can't sit through another movie. I got a life to live here. Barbie does look better than expected though. For me, it comes across more like La La Land than Desperate Housewives. It looks like a lot of talented people have put a lot of hard work into it. And it looks like a pretty wholesome movie, you know, unless there's some central plot about Barbie starting an OnlyFans or something like that. You know, it looks like it'll probably have a really moral and positive message. I don't know. It looks like a surprisingly pleasant movie. Still though, after 3 hours, I'm going home. I do want a palate cleanser though. I don't want nightmares about... I'll have Norm Macdonald explain it. He's good at summing things up.
In the early part of the previous century, Germany decided to go to war. And who did they go to war with? The world. And so you figure that would take about 5 seconds for the world to win, but no, it was actually close. Then about 30 years pass, and Germany decides again to go to war, and again it chooses as its enemy the world. I mean, what do you think, you're Mars or something?
If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me. Either way, thanks for watching.